Hi everyone. Thought we would do a little tutorial here on the solo section for As Tears Go By. Now we've always done this where we do the first and second verse, then there was always a little solo section, which basically was just playing through the verse with one of the ukuleles playing the melody, then we come back in for the third verse and finish it out. So what we're going to do is the same thing. However, we changed the keys, and when we did that, what happened is that it kind of pushed the ukulele out of range. To play the melody now, I ended up, we were way up in here someplace. It just didn't sound as good. It wasn't right. But I found that it laid very well for the baritones. So this is something we haven't done before. The baritones are going to play the melody line through this solo section. What the ukulele is going to do is it's going to play a harmony part along with the baritones. So I think you're going to find that it's going to sound really cool when we play this live. So you're going to have the baritones playing the melody, and then you're going to have a harmony right up above. The ukuleles are going to play with that. So they're playing the exact same rhythm that the baritones are playing through that melody line. It's just different notes in a harmony. So let's take a look at this. Now, there's only a couple things we want to look at, and they're fingering issues. Right off the bat, if you look at the second measure, what's going to happen is we're playing a phrase that starts like this. Measure one goes. Then you're going to notice that we have the second fret on the third string along with the second fret on the second. Now, the way I play that, I go on and play index finger like I normally would on that third string. Then I just flatten that out to get the second fret on the second string. And that also ends up stopping and muting my third string. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, bum, 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 bum. I don't try to pick it up and move it. I just play it and roll it like that, okay? To get that the second fret on the second string there, all right? Now you'll notice that same thing happens in measure 6, because what we're doing is the first 4 measures play the line that's kind of the melody that we sing. That repeats just as it does in the song. So measure 2 and measure 6 are exactly the same when you get there, all right? So that'll take care of those. Now, the other thing we want to look at is measure 11 and 12. Now, what's happening over here, it's very similar, except it's in reverse. Instead of us starting on the low string, coming up to the higher string, which is relatively easy to do, you're going to notice in measure 11 that you're going to start on the second string, second fret, and it's asking you then to go to the lower string, your C string, on the second fret there, and it's in the same place. That gets difficult. If you make that jump, you cut the note off, and it's going to sound like this. Notice how it goes, you have to leave that to get down there. So what I've done is, if you'll notice in measure 11, when you're playing that third fret with your second finger, middle finger, I'm sliding that finger down, okay, to catch. Then the index finger is open to come on top. Much smoother. And it sounds like this. Make the slide. That way, that note gets all of its value and you don't have to pick it up to get to the next fret. So one more time. Bum, bum. Now move. Just like that, okay? And I think that'll work out much better than trying to use that index finger to make that jump, because it's going to clip that note, and it's a very fast jump. It's an eighth note to a quarter note, all right? Now, a song is played at around 105, 106. I can't remember now. It's right in there. But we're going to take this at 72. And if you need to slow this down, slow it down more, but at least you'll have something here that you'll know what it sounds like. The other thing is, when you're learning this, take this at sections. If you're not used to sight reading tab and just playing through it, take the first measure and sit and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Play that over and over. Then add the second measure until you can get that. Then the third. Now once you've played the first 4 measures, you've got the next 4 all the way to 8 because that's a repeat. Then you can go on from there. But just build it up and take sections if you need to. And it's going to sound a little different because remember we're playing a harmony part that goes with the melody. So here we go. The other thing, just as a note, you're going to notice a ton of rests, quarter note rests on the first beat of several of these measures where you have to pause. 2, 3, 4, pause. 2. So you want to be careful when you see those come up. Let those rests go by. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Here's that index finger. 2, 3, 4, rest. Same thing. 2, 3, 4, rest. Rest. Here's our move. Rest. Like that, okay? Let's play that one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Here's that index. 2, 3, 4, rest. Same thing. 2, 3, 4, rest. Rest. Here's our slide here. Now to the top. Just like that. That would come back out into the D where we start singing again. So remember, take this slow. If you need to slow it down, take measures at a time until you can get phrases put together. And you'll get this all built. And I think you're going to find out this is going to sound so neat when we actually play this live. Enjoy.